Hey guys, so basically I haven't done a video for a while, so I thought I'd jump on just here now on the eve of the British election. I've been out trying to get people to vote for the Labour Party. Why do I want them to vote for the Labour Party? It's because I believe that Jeremy Corbyn is an opportunity to create some real gains here for the working class, to really stop the privatisation of our services, to stop the privatisation of the NHS, and to really help the most vulnerable in society actually get back some dignity, something to look forward to, and a chance to really start to enjoy their lives, and really build this country back from the utter devastation that austerity politics has been put upon here for the past 10 years since the Conservatives took power with the Liberal Democrats in 2010. A lot of people are saying tactical voting. I have some comments on that. So tactical voting is basically, in my opinion, a propaganda campaign by the Liberal Democrats. And they have been spreading a lot of disinformation about who is the most likely candidate in certain seats, where in fact they're trailing in the third. They've been saying it's between them and the Tories. In fact, it is not. And if you believe in Labour's manifesto, but you feel like you're in a marginal between Tories and Lib Dems, let me tell you this. The Liberal Democrats are basically the Tories in this election, okay? There is so little between them. And they have said, Jo Swinson, the leader of the Liberal Democrats, has said that she would get into bed with the Tories, okay? So a vote for the Lib Dems, wherever you are, is a vote for the Tories. So wherever you are, vote Labour, okay? And we can see the effectiveness of this in the 2017 election, where lots of seats that were traditionally solid Conservative turned into marginals, like some of the ones here in Swindon South specifically. But in Swindon North, there's not a huge amount of vote difference between the Tories and Labour. So there's a real chance here, both in South and in North. But in lots of places where Labour were trailing far behind, they did actually gain seats, like in Kent, Canterbury in 2017, Plymouth in Devon, which is traditionally a Liberal Democrat or Conservative county. Labour made gains there, and I think in Exeter as well. You might need to check that one though. So all out for Labour, that's what I'm saying. The election is tomorrow. It kicks off. We've done a whole load of music events here in Swindon to try and sort of promote the Labour vote, but also to talk about the strikes that have happened. I mean, this election comes in a time of lots of unrest, not just in France, but here you've had university teachers on strike, UCU, you've had trainers on strike, you had a potential Royal Mail strike, but that was blotted out by the courts in an extremely scary move towards fascism and anti-union laws, so that's worth considering in this election. The Tories have battered us, okay? They have destroyed our NHS, okay? They are planning, whether openly or secretly, to sell more and more of it off, to make more and more of it private. So this is something that just cannot continue. We can't afford private healthcare here. Wages are so low, they're the lowest in Europe. Our working rights are so very low. We've got 0-hour contracts. We've got companies that can offer you no hours but still stop you from taking jobs elsewhere. We've got places that might offer you an okay wage, but you're never going to know how many hours you're going to get because it's going to change from week to week. These working rights are ridiculous, and I feel like they haven't been this bad since workhouses in the Victorian era. This is a really bad time for this country, but in this election there's an opportunity to really start reversing that and really start changing that towards something that's better for the majority of people and not just for rich people who want to rip us off, who want to milk as much profit from everything from our backs and our labour to all of our services and institutions, like putting public money into private hands, landlords completely ripping off tenants, landlords that own hospital buildings literally taking the healthcare budget and sticking it in their pockets. We can stop this, we can change this, and all it takes is a little tick next to Labour tomorrow to really start the ball rolling with this transformation. Now, I don't believe if Labour win tomorrow, that's going to be the end of it. That's going to be the start of the change, okay? That's going to be the time where we really start campaigning to make sure all of the manifesto pledges are put in place, but also to campaign further for more gains, for better gains. I'm looking forward to a time where it looks like Jeremy Corbyn and the current Labour Party seems like they're on the right, because the Overton window for this country has shifted much further to the left, and people become more confident and they start asking for better rights. They start asking for £15 an hour rather than £10 an hour, maybe even £20 an hour. They start asking for more nationalisations. They start asking for more freedom of movements, for not just for white Europeans but for everybody, for open borders for refugees to come here as a place of sanctuary, but also to withdraw from foreign conflicts, stop funding organisations like Israel and like the Saudi regime, who are using British weapons to bomb innocent people, which is causing a refugee crisis in itself. So, you know, that's a two-pronged way of helping people who are in their most desperate situations. You know, they will not have to come to other countries seeking refuge if they haven't got British bombs landing on their head that we've sold to them. And this is a real way we can start rolling with this. So this is just a quick one today. No fancy editing or funny music or anything like that. This is just me doing some last-minute video for you to let you know what I think and to let you know what I think you should do. But if you've got any questions, any thoughts with regards to tactical voting, or you know, the believability of any of the mass amounts of misinformation that have been floating around this election, feel free to put a comment down below. I'll try and respond as best I can, and I will see you after the election, and I hope it's a victory. I hope we're celebrating, and I hope we can use this as a platform to build our movement against austerity and against capitalism. Cheers. See you guys soon.